Okay, I don't know if I discussed this before in a previous video, but maybe I did. But lately there's been a couple of games I've been playing where some content is locked behind a story gate, an arbitrary story gate. And and personally, I kind of fucking hate it. The game that spurred this whole idea was Need for Speed Payback. And it was kind of like my first foray into a Need for Speed game. I know, bad fucking choice, but I'm sorry. I mean, I prefer more story based games, and on top of that, I kind of like the whole Las Vegas vibe to it. I will say I do hate the whole speed cards and the randomization to it, and the whole fact that any new parts that you get, they're locked to that fucking car. It really does sound like they did that just to force you to spend more fucking money on those packs, but I digress. But one thing that I saw was that some of the later fucking cars are locked behind, the chapter progressions for the story. And even if like some slightly better cars are unlocked like at chapter 3, like I'm in chapter 2 right now, that's like where the whole story's unlocked. I still think it kind of sucks and it doesn't make any fucking sense to lock cars behind the story. Like, what the fuck is to stop them? Like, what? The fucking clerk behind the desk at the motor shop's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you got the money. Oh yeah, $500,000, no problem." Ooh, yeah, sorry, I gotta decline the sale, man. You didn't progress far enough in life, man. Yeah, just come back in like I don't know, 10 hours of game time and let me know when you like progress into the next chapter. Yeah, no, you can't buy that Chevrolet. No, sorry. Yeah, that Dodge right there, that the Dodge Charger. No, sorry. You gotta get the chapter 4, man. I'm dangling 500 grand in front of your face, an inflated fucking price, need I remind you. But I have the money right now, and you're gonna refuse the sale of a car to me? Fuck you. And I understand it, right? It's to promote a sense of progression, of choice, and all that shit. But I guess maybe I was spoiled with the likes of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, after the disappointment of 3. They were just kind of like, yeah, we'll give you all the choices possible to get all your shit. You want to get all the upgrades for Edward early on? Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of money, but you can just buy all the pelts at the general store. And, oh, you managed to save up 10, 12,000 reals? Okay, you can skip the majority of the weapons and just go for the officers' rapiers and the cannon pistols. Negate every other fucking weapon possible. And oh, you decided to pay 50 cents for a time saver pack. Yeah, you can just upgrade the Jackdaw all the way at the very fucking start. Does it break like the flow of gameplay? Yes, because now you're completely fucking broken. You have the most powerful fucking ship in the seven seas. You're a godly pirate. You have the fastest fucking car in Need for Speed, but I don't know. I guess it's just because like it's really fucking stupid. Like that's the only thing stopping you from getting a fucking fast car. And it's like I went through some of the vehicles. I saw like that blackish orange BMW M3 with the fucking cage in the back, and I was just looking at it. I was like, "Oh god, that looks like such a good fucking car!" Like it looks like a racer's fucking get up. But I gotta get to chapter 4. And it brings me back to why I love the modding scene. Because I was going through the reviews on Steam, and there was a guy who had a negative review for Need for Speed Payback, and he was like, "Oh, you gotta download the Unite mod." I'm like, "Oh, I'm curious to what the Unite mod is," and it's a mod that's been in a couple of Need for Speed games, and basically, it just turns the game on its heels. It unlocks all the customizable parts from the start. No more speed cards, which was a fucking surprise, and all the cars unlocked from the start. I mean, I'd like to think you'd still have to buy them, but they remove the story progression, and I'm like, fuck the fact that it ruins the balance. If I grind it up for an hour to get all this fucking money to buy my dream car, fuck it. Let me fucking do it. Does it break the balance? Does it break the progression? Does it make you too overpowered early on? Probably, but at least it's a good fucking time saver, let me tell you. It would just be nice if there was like a more logical explanation. Like, I'd rather them, just be like, yeah, this shit's you like make you earn it a different way or some shit. I don't know. I just really hate like story locks for items because it brings me back to another fucking thing that I hate. With Saints Row the reboot and Saints Row 2. The Empire mechanics were locked behind having to progress through the story, and I really fucking hate it. It's like it's one thing to lock, like, say, some of the items in the older Assassin's Creed games because, it spans 20, 30 years for Ezio's life. So maybe you can make it, again, like, your ancestor wasn't here at the time, and, a particular weapon or item may not have been available until a couple of decades later. It makes sense in that regard because it abides to that person's history and the time period and all that bullshit. That's fine. But if you look at something like, say, Red Dead Redemption 2, why the fuck are you gonna lock one of the best Arabian horses until I have to complete, like, Chapter 5 or 6 or the epilogue? Fuck that. Let me fucking buy it. The fucking 1899 pistol that was made for, the PC version later was added in an update, I believe, for the consoles. Why the fuck is that shit locked, a couple chapters in? Fuck that. Let me buy it now. Thankfully, there's, again, a couple of mods that fix that. But it's just a stupid fucking lock, You have the money, you grind it up, you found the fucking horse, let me fucking have it. Or the gun, let me have it. Fuck, it kind of makes me want to download the fucking mod. But beyond that, I mean, I'm still going to play through the game normally. I'll grind up a little bit longer and just fucking blitz on through it. I mean, at least with fucking Need for Speed Heat, as far as I'm concerned, they changed the part system. It looks like it's going to be based on your reputation. So at least, if I just grind up my rep enough, I can fucking, unlock the better parts in cars. But I assume Need for Speed Heat's a completely different ball game as opposed to Payback, but only time will tell. I just wanted to fucking bring it up a little bit. I'm trying to think about, like, some other games where shit was locked behind story. Probably a fuck ton, but it's just like, give us more freedom, man. If it's an open world game, just give us the freedom to do what we want, even if it fucking breaks the balance of the fucking game. Because it's still our choice. We could choose to use a different vehicle. We could choose to hinder ourselves. Kinda. I'm just glad I only spent $3 on the game. Anyway, YouTube chant, Rambling Manager's out. Bye.